Hello, this is a follow-on vid from my response to Kaya, um, and I should be focusing on Julius Malema, the ANC Youth League, because I think he's indicative of the whole problem. And why do I call it George Orwell's South Africa? Well, several comments have been made on my videos. One is by a user called Blue Skies, who's entitled to his opinion. Don't block anyone. But in fact, that's not true. I've blocked one person who just kept swearing on the comments. But Blue Skies, who apparently is a vehement follower of Julius Malema, and yet he is talking about basically talking about fascism, and that was a good thing or something. Okay, well, Julius Malema says he's a nationalist but an aspiring communist. Therefore, you've got both the totalitarian strand of socialism mixed in with the totalitarian form of nationalism. He's just been to a university in the Free State University, and this information came to me from one of a reindeer's vids, or he's also known as Grim Ronaldo, very well known on this subject. It was a good video, and this is the only part I'm going to use from it. He was standing there and saying, "Kill the Boers, kill the farmers," in a 20-year-old odds song, of which of course he is not directly affected by. Okay, but for the rest of that, you can see reindeer's vid. Now, another user made an interesting comment about the differences between South African conceptions of normality, alright, and the difference between normality for Boers and Afrikaners and the Bantu people. Now, this is an examination of culture rather than race, because of course most African Americans do not suffer the kind of violence and the beliefs in witchcraft, and they don't do muti killings. Okay, there are some problems with gangs in America, but there's problems in America with white supremacists, who are also, incidentally, a lot of them are drug runners. So, what is normal? Well, in most European societies, okay, you don't expect to be harmed. Okay, this is a bit of a false reality, but you don't expect it, because there's systems and structures to prevent large-scale massacres in most cases. World War One and World War Two being an exception, of course. But in South Africa, people in Afrikaner homes have not accepted crime as normality, but they respect the fact that it is a reality. Okay, that their families could be harmed. That's why there's electric fences and armed guards and everything, and people basically who can afford it fortify themselves. Okay, whereas in the Bantu societies, which the ANC understand, no society can police itself better than the society from which it comes from. All right, that's a vicious cycle. But the ANC can't even police their own basis of support, the Bantu people, the Xhosa and the Zulu, who incidentally hate each other and have been seen, Zulus and Xhosa have been seen laughing as they hack each other to death with machetes, pangas and canobberies and asangas. Alright? They have, of course, access to firearms, but they seem to choose these more sort of ritualistic methods. Other things that my subscribers have put down in comments have been, one subscriber put it down very succinctly. I'm going to use his comment, okay? He said, what do white people not like in South Africa during apartheid and after apartheid? They didn't like black culture. They used to use offensive words about black people. The police during apartheid used to randomly go into Bantu areas as though they were on raids or on a safari shoot, shooting people. And this is particularly true of organisations like the AWB. Random shootings. And of course, 1,700 people were killed during apartheid because directly due to the apartheid struggle. All right, but 22,000 other people were murdered because of just crime, and only 1,000 of those were from Boer, Afrikaner, San, or Hottentot people. So evidently it is something to do with the lack of Enlightenment values. And when I say life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, equality, all these words which seem to be hollow when Julius Malema says them. So Julius Malema is talking about racism from the Afrikaners. Let's hear what that comment was said about what white people don't like, or Afrikaner people don't like about the Bantu culture. Okay, what they have to put up with. Okay, people being stabbed, riots, Muri killings, people of all ages being raped, people being tortured, people being raped to try and get rid of AIDS, or people because their president coming on TV and saying it's alright I slept with someone because I took a shower afterwards. This is someone who's educated. Right, now let's talk about Julius Malema's speech. Why is a reindeer surprised? This is what shocked me. Why is he surprised? Universities are not centres of knowledge. Universities are places for people to be indoctrinated. And this is my criticism of education in most societies. Education has become indoctrination, and the people who should be the most rational, those with the most knowledge, are becoming increasingly irrational because knowledge and ideas start off in people, and people reject them or accept them depending on their own personal views. Okay, which is always a synthesis of many different things, and also our own personal morality. But then ideas condense, and they condense into ideologies. You might take a philosophical view, or an ideology or something like conservatism or socialism or communism or nationalism. They've all got rationality in them, but not when they're spoken through the words of Julius Malema, because they become doctrines, and doctrines are essentially closed off from rationality, and they are irrational.